In this video, we're going to talk about how to better your credit score fast. Now, there's a few ways that you can do this. Honestly, I would tell you the best thing you can do is to make sure when you call me, you tell me that you want to optimize your credit score. Now, I'm gonna give you an example. I'm not gonna use any names.
I knew it.
I had a friend who called me last week. He actually saw me when I was home in Massachusetts and said, "Hey Mo, I wanna do a refinance on my house. You know, when COVID hit, there were a few things that happened. I'm not sure where my credit is." I told him, cool, let's take a look at it. Let's see what happens, okay? Pulled his credit, looked at it. He was only 20 points away from making sure that he was at the right spot to do a cash out refinance. Now, what's that magical number? For most of you, it's gonna be right around that 620 mark, okay? There's no way to really know that because when you're looking at like your Credit Karma scores, things like that, they're always about 30 to maybe 40 points off from what we're gonna see when we're using your mid Fico score. Now, the mid score is gonna be the middle one between your Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. We're gonna take that middle number. That's the one that we're always gonna use. So for him, it was something so simple. It was him just paying down $1,000 on one credit card. It got him that 20 points. Now he's eligible for a cash out refinance and he's walking home with 50 grand. Something so simple. You're gonna wanna make sure that you're keeping your balances low. That's one like word of advice I can give you. I know some people are gonna tell you to stay under that 30% threshold. I'm gonna tell you to stay under that 10% threshold on your credit card utilization. So stay below that 10% mark. 2, you're gonna wanna make sure that you monitor your hard inquiries. Every time you do a hard inquiry throughout the year, that's gonna take some points off of your score. But the other thing that you're gonna make sure is that you don't have any items in collections. I know I've gone over this in the last video prior. Medical bills are huge and they tell you all the time that you can have medical bills in collections and it won't stop you from buying a house. Completely true. What they don't tell you is that still negatively impacts your score. So if you can get some of those medical bills that you may or may not have on your credit report taken away, that's going to be the key. And a lot of places, when they see collection items and things like that in collections, if you call them, they'll work with you. Like, you don't have to pay that full amount. You could pay half that amount. You could pay a quarter of that amount. I'm not the credit collector. I'm not the debt collector. I don't know. But a lot of them will bargain with you. Also, the other thing to look into are late payments, right? So I have, multiple times I've run credit. I've tried to get people approved where, they don't have anything really negatively impacting their score, but for some reason there'll be like 7 or 8 or 9 like 90-day lates on one item that they may or may not have forgotten about. So with those items, a lot of times if there was something that kind of fell through the cracks, or if you've already paid this card off, otherwise you've been like a great standing account holder for them, if you call them, sometimes they will work with you and they will give you like a moment of grace, especially since COVID just happened. People are way more willing to work with you. They're way more willing to understand your one-off situation, and that could get you from that point where you don't qualify to now you do qualify to purchase a home.